بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه أما بعد. From the greatest evidence of the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are already embedded in the inner nature of the human being. And we do not say, the existence of God. Because whoever who says, God does not exist, those people, they went against their own nature. But we're talking about the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is already embedded in one's inner nature, in one's fitrah. Because by one's natural disposition, looking at this great creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he realizes or she realizes the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, the biggest crime is to alter this fitrah, is to put distortion into this inner nature. And the first thing, subhanAllah, it is really how you can connect points together. The first thing that spoiled the fitrah and make it to derive and to, subhanAllah, go and away from the path of the true Islam. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala قال فطرة الله التي فطر الناس عليها لا تبديل لخلق الله. The natural disposition upon which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the human being, and that is Islam, that is the Tawheed. The first thing, subhanAllah, that spoiled the fitrah, corrupt the fitrah, is when you take away from it al-haya, the sense of modesty, the sense of shyness. When you take it away, that's how things start to collapse. Islam, when enter to a new nation and they embrace Islam, the first thing that they give them as a gift is to cover themselves. The way of the shaitan, when is embraced by people corrupted, the first thing that they do is to uncover themselves. For the haya is the cornerstone of the soundness of the fitrah. For this reason, the cunning of the shaitan, of Iblis, was to uncover our father Adam and mother Adam and Hawa. So he knew, he whispered, subhanAllah, he wanted to divert them, corrupt them, to lead them astray, قَالَ لِيَنْزِعَ عَنْهُمْ, with the purpose to ridicule them, to strip away from their dignity, which is that haya. When someone loses the haya, they lose the sense of dignity, they use the sense of modesty, and they became, subhanAllah, that nafs on its own becomes arrogant. And the arrogant person could not listen, cannot. That's why they reject the revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because they do not have any natural disposition inside to be a receptor, to be a receiver of the light of the guidance. And when we look at Ibrahim alayhi salam, ask what was the Ibrahim's, hujjah, evidence, proof, upon his people. It was, subhanAllah, rational. It was something that embedded in the fitrah. And this is how, a way to help us, for us to reconnect with the fitrah, to help us see with open eyes, with refreshed eyes, the creation of Allah, so we'll bring more glorification and reverence to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to our heart. Look, Ibrahim alayhi salam in the ayat that we have recited, I believe yesterday. What is the hujjah of Ibrahim against his people? He was converting, arguing with them, showing them with their inner nature that what they are ascribing or claiming as being gods do not have any reality, do not exist. They do not have any, subhanAllah, manifestation in the physical world to help, to give harm or to benefit at all. He was contemplating in the night when it becomes, he saw the star, he said, oh, this is my God here today. So, subhanAllah, to have them direct their attention. This is the fitrah. This is by the fitrah. This is my God. This is here. So they looked. I mean, maybe they worship another star. And Ibrahim pointed to another one. Said, oh, he's God. He's here. So then when he said, no, this is not my God. SubhanAllah, he's casting doubt into their heart to help them think. Why? قَالَ لَا أُحِبُّ الْآفِلِينَ. I don't like those who say to disappear. This is the first great attribute of Allah. He's always omnipresent. They never disappear. He's always next to you. That's why, subhanAllah, people like the people of the book, when they find difficulty to make dua, I mean, their God is already been crucified and is gone. To whom to talk? To whom to supplicate? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is already around you. He said, قَالَ وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي فَإِنِّي قَالَ عَنِّي عِبَادِي. If they ask you about me, I'm so close, I'm so near. Because they asked the Prophet ﷺ, is Allah far, so we'll like shout and scream and talk to him with a loud voice, or is it clear, close, near, so we meditate, we talk in a very kind of secretive way. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in over the dua قَالَ يَدْعُونَهُ تَضَرُّعًا, in humility وَخُفْيَةً, secretly. Between you and Allah, He listens everything subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second hujjah, evidence against them that their gods does not have any power or does not have any existence. قال, when he saw the moon, it's bigger, more shiny because it's closer. قال, this is my God. So he put more doubt. He said, what this, it was young man at the time, what he's leading us to. So then when he said, no. I like, قال لئن لم يهدني ربي لأكونن من القوم الضالين. So which is the second great attribute of the true God. He's the one who's going to guide you to His path. But Allah will guide you when you help yourself by cleansing your fitrah to see everything around you in a normal way, sound way, let's say organic way. Not like altered and spoiled way. So this is the second attribute. The true God will guide you. And the third one, when you saw the sun, subhanAllah, and it's shining everywhere, and with the big light, he said, this is the greatest, Akbar. And then when it set, so cannot be a God who goes and disappears and sets. With the third attribute is the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is a hujjah with the rational way, with reasoning. A true God, He is a God who is omnipresent, who is the one who will guide you, and He is the greatest subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He must be the greatest to have the all power, to have the all knowledge, and to have the absolute will subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the path of Millati Ibrahim. When you ask someone what is the millah is religion. No, it's not religion. The millah is the path to Allah based on a sound fitrah, contemplating, then you glorify more Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The next step, as-sidqu, and then the step after it is the ihsan into the action. And the ihsan into the action, how you strive with your best of the ability to show your humility to Allah, to attain the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And look, Ibrahim alayhi salam, one of the peak action of ihsan that he has proved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and he has fulfilled is the situation with his son. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had put him to be going through trial to help us understand the nature of the millah of Ibrahim. At every moment, as we had mentioned, رَبَّنَا تَقَبَّلْ مِنَّا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him and ordained him how to build the Kaaba, but he's going to do it wishing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept for him. That's the humility, that's the millah of Ibrahim. The way he's doing it with the excellence in best of his ability, that's the millah of Ibrahim. For this reason, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to His Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, قَالَ ثُمَّ أَوْحَيْنَا إِلَيْكَ أَنِ اتَّبِعْ مِلَّةَ إِبْرَاهِيمَ حَنِيفًا. And then we have revealed to you to follow the way of Ibrahim that was deviated from any paths of falsehood. And this millah, dear brother, respected sister, start by cleansing our fitrah, and our fitrah to check how much haya we have. And that haya, which is protect our iman. Because today in the society, we have some of us from, subhanAllah, they don't care about their sister, what they want. They don't care about their, many of the things. We are losing that sense of jealousy, and by losing that sense, we are losing. Why we are losing it? Because we lost the haya. If you lose the haya, we lose the dignity. Then we lose the modesty. Then we lose the humbleness. Then we becomes arrogant, and then we're gonna block. We cannot hear. Then we're gonna be partisan of the shaitan. Wal iyadu billah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us cleanse back our fitrah to be on the way of millati Ibrahim wa ila salati yarhamukumullah.